Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
Sue Me, by the way, available now. That's the single. I'm going to play that for a few minutes. Best part, the song you just did. Is that the one that her did on the Grammys?
I think she did a different song on the Grammys.
I don't know.
She had this amazing guitar, though, and I sent it immediately to Caleb. It was a clear, see-through guitar, and I need whoever makes it, send it to me if you're listening right now.
I wish you would have brought that one today.
Yeah. No, it was beautiful. I don't think that's the song that she performed on the Grammys, but
that song you just
did.
Great
song.
I was watching you performing, Sabrina, and your eyes were closed, and you were just in it. You were swimming in that song.
I was just actually tired. I'm like sleeping. That's why my eyes were closed.
No, don't say that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, I mean, do you get lost in the music when you're performing sometimes?
I try to, especially when like I get much more, to be honest, I get much more nervous in intimate settings like this than I ever do in front of large crowds. Yeah. Large crowds to me, it's like they are there because they want to have a party, and in intimate settings, it can kind of be like, I don't know, you're focused on like that guy on the left, you know what I mean? Instead of like thinking about the song.
Right.
So sometimes if you close your eyes, it helps it a little bit.
By the way, the first time anyone's referred to this place as an intimate setting.
Right.
This dump. Please. There's nothing intimate about this dump. So out on the road, you're on a tour bus. I know. Where's your mom? Here. Hi, Mom.
Mama's over there with
Love
Sarah
her.
recording on her VHS right now.
And your sister.
My dad's old VHS camera.
Wow.
Yep.
That is a relic.
Yeah, isn't it?
Fossil.
So you're all living on a tour bus right now?
Yeah.
What is life like on the road in a tour bus? It's nothing that we've ever done. I don't think it is.
You've been on a tour bus though?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you. The first tour bus I actually hung out with some friends on was with Fall Out Boy.
I mean, what a great...
Talk about a frat house on wheels, right?
Yeah.
And of course, their number one rule was no, you can't poo on the...
Okay, just so you know, it's not just their rule. It's like universal for tour buses.
Right.
It's not just Fall Out Boy that did this.
Can you imagine Fall Out Boy?
Yeah. No, I mean, you physically, like, it will damage the bus.
So where do you go? Like when you get to like the restaurant? Is that when you go?
Yeah, bud. You just gotta hold it.
What if there's an emergency, though?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know how I've trained myself, my mind, my body, my spirit to time it correctly.
No fiber allowed.
But you're also no paper products. So if you do use toilet paper, you have to throw it out in a trash can. To train yourself to not automatically throw that in the toilet. I love that we're talking about this. Good morning, New York City.
It's life on the road.
Yeah,
it's life on the road.
It is life on the road.
Do you have like a punishment implemented for those who poo?
Just get off the bus. You know what I mean? Well, actually, the punishment is the bus will break down, and that's happened to me before.
Okay, how? You can't really explain. I don't know how that would break a bus. It's the strangest thing I've ever heard.
Where do you think it goes, though?
It goes into like a tank.
Not on the street?
A tank? What tank?
There's a tank below.
The poo tank.
I don't think there's a poo tank, y'all.
Well, wait a minute. On an airplane, where does it go in an airplane?
It's the poo tank.
It's got to be a poo tank on an airplane.
I think it just drops from the sky.
No.
I swear.
That's what that is.
No.
That's disgusting.
I can't walk outside under the flight pattern.
Who do you think out of your whole family would break the bus?
Oh, wow. Me, for sure.
Okay. All right. We'll move on.
If it's anybody, it's totally me.
It's so weird.
You're like moving on.
Sabrina, it's weird talking about this in your mom's over there. I'm like, change the subject. Mom.
Everybody poops. What are you talking about?
Right.
I know.
As if my mom,
Single.
my
Everybody
mom
poops.
is frowning upon this.
But life on a bus. Are there other rules about the bus? I mean, there's got to be quiet time. There's got to be.
There is quiet time, a little bit.
Who has the top bunk? Who has the bottom bunk? I know you're bunking.
My mom has a bottom bunk. My sister has a middle bunk. I have a bedroom.
But of course.
Yeah, I have the penthouse bunk.
I have the luxury suite, and it's actually really not it's just a bed. But it does make it a little bit nicer because sometimes the air on a bus can be very not great. You're sharing like oxygen with lots of people, and like that's why you try to keep the bus a little bit cooler, because if it's too hot, it's just like not fun.
I would think a bus would be like a conduit for all sorts of disease.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
This is the worst interview ever.
The worst interview ever. I was saying I do bus tours for some of my fans that come to the shows. There's a couple of them every show that get to go on the bus.
Oh, cool.
So I have to keep it clean. I have to keep it nice. But I'm thinking about like just putting like a shrine in there. I was was gonna start with the Jonas Brothers because it's very timely, and putting the Jonas Brothers like just a complete shrine of them on the wall just to see if my fans notice. I think that'd be a good.
Did you see the video of them breaking into my apartment and waking me up the morning that Sucker was released?
No, will you send it to me?
I think it's on Instagram.
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Oh, I don't have Instagram.
Actually, okay, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag.
That was a joke. Of course I have Instagram.
She doesn't have Instagram.
That was a joke, yeah.
It was all a setup. We taped it the night before.
Why are you giving that away?
Because I'm not going to lie. People, the Jonas Brothers don't break into my apartment.
Why not?
You shouldn't have said that. I would have believed that it was real.
I took the keys back.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
They came over the night before. We drank tequila.
Amazing.
And then we pretended that they woke me up in my bed.
I feel so duped.
I feel bamboozled.
Yeah. I do.
Oh my God, that's the word of the day, bamboozled.
There you go.
Sabrina Carpenter, of course, Sue Me. I got to play that in a minute. Where is your head as far as your music goes these days? Because I know, Sabrina, you as all great artists do, you evolve and music becomes something different to you, or you look at it differently, you approach music differently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, compare yourself to 2 years ago to today. What is music to you now versus then, and how you perform and how you write?
I think performing especially, it's become like, I don't know, every ounce of me, like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I really feel like, especially now getting back into doing 1.5-hour sets every night. I was, I hadn't toured in a couple years, and except for some of the Jingle Ball shows we did in the winter, and those are short sets. Those are like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So getting back into like getting to really create a full show around Singular Act 1 right now, which is half of the album that I have out right now, has been incredible because I love the songs that I wrote on that first half, and I'm writing, the second half, and it's coming out pretty soon.
Wait, you're still writing? I thought that was out like any minute now.
Well, it's gonna be out any minute.
You better hurry.
It's gonna be out any minute. It actually is done. Okay. But I just always keep writing regardless. I never stop writing.
I don't think people understand how much hard work goes into what you and our other friends in the business go through.
I mean, a lot of people have hard jobs, though. So I guess I look at it in the big picture and I go, we don't really work that hard. But we do it just in a different way. It's kind of like it's like a job that you can't really like, I don't know, you don't go home and like you're done. It's like you go home and you're still working.
You don't clock out.
Yeah. You never clock out.
Right.
Do you have a dream team of people that you want to write with or tour with?
Oh, wow. Dream team of people I want to write with. I work with so many incredible talented writers. I just wrote with Teddy Geiger for the first time.
Wow.
Right before I left for tour, and I love her so much. And just I'm working with a lot of new people and seeing kind of who I gel with and who just understands me. I think that's a huge, really important thing because I'm 19. I'm trying to understand myself. So it's really helpful when you have people that are, one, taking the time to want to get to know an artist and help develop an artist. I think that's a really special connection that it takes time to find. So I'm working on that right now. Touring with, I don't know, I've got such a great crew and people that I tour with. Who would I like to tour with, though? I would love to tour with Bruno Mars. I think that would be the most fun tour.
The most amazing showman on the stage
Yeah, seriously.
today.
Yeah.
He's so awesome.
I love him.
What about television? You going to go back and do that again?
Telenovelas. Should I do a telenovela?
You should see.
Yeah. I think I want. No, I'm kidding. I've done a couple of films in the past year. I have a film that's premiering at Tribeca next month, which I'm really excited about.
What's it about?
It's actually like my first indie film. It's called The Short History of the Long Road. He like points. It's called The Short History of the Long Road.
Oh, it's written down in front of me.
You're like, look at your cards,
Okay, I'm
Elvis.
going to read what it said. 2019 will see Sabrina assume the lead role in The Short History of the Long Road, premiering at Tribeca Film Festival.
I'm dying.
And I know. Look, when you're an interviewer, there's a trick you do.
You're so spur of the moment. It's beautiful.
Well, it's called I don't prep for crap.
I know that. I'm trying to make it sound nice.
Well, no, I would rather than sounding like I'm a know-it-all.
I appreciate
I would
that.
rather just ask you like, oh, you have a film coming out, knowing full well you have a film coming out. That's my little trick.
Oh, so
I'm kidding.
You're like
Great
Chris Martin,
actor.
starting and stopping.
Yeah, starting and stopping on purpose. He's got this all planned.
Planted it.
Yes. So that was actually I filmed that in Albuquerque, and I had last year at some point I dyed my hair brown, and it was for that movie. And I live in a van, and I don't want to like spoil the whole movie, but like I basically live on the road by myself, and it's very emotional, and it was kind of something really different that I hadn't gotten to do.
Well, I hope you didn't
before.
poop on the van.
You know what?
know about that.
First of all, there's no bathroom on that one. That one's a little smaller.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. We can't end the interview with that.
No, please go to something else fast.
Music. Sorry, Mom.
Hurry. Change the subject fast.
I know that you played the Wellmont in Montclair, New Jersey.
I just did, yes.
And you're playing Irving Plaza here in New York City tonight. So you're busy. And when I say these artists are working their butts off, she may not admit to it. I know how much work you guys put into what you do. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do.
I will own it. It is a lot of work, but you also work very hard.
No, as you can see, I just sit here and just
wing it.
I talk about pooping on a tour bus. That's my deep intellect.
I love you.
I love you, Sabrina Carpenter. Sue Me. Gonna play it now. Congratulations on everything,
you so
and
much.
thanks for coming to see us. You sounded so awesome.
Thank you. I love you. Hopefully everybody likes the show tonight. Whoever's coming to Irving Plaza, I'll see you tonight.
All right, Sabrina Carpenter.